don't share is where I get my luck. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Taylah. I make scrunchies and bows and I've been doing so for 11 years now. Do not mind my massive pimple, it's so red. Oh my gosh. So I'm just gonna be like this the whole day. Anyway, doesn't really matter, it's fine. You guys don't watch me to look at my appearance, you guys watch me to see what I make. So, today's video, I'm going to be doing my wholesale order. I received a new wholesale order. I don't generally receive too many of these per year. I'd say under 10. I'm not really known for wholesale orders. It's because my wholesale price is just so drastically different to other scrunchie makers' wholesale prices. I think that's where it's harder, but that is okay with me because I'm a busy girl. One wholesale every couple of months is absolutely fine with me, but it is September. I've actually done well for wholesales this year. I think I've had like 4 already, and usually I only have, yeah, like 5 or 6, but during October. So we'll see how that goes. This customer has ordered a bunch of scrunchies. She's ordered the minimum quantity in all sizes, and it's my first wholesale with her. And she has a little shop in like a touristy destination, so she wanted them in time for Christmas and stuff as well, which was absolutely fine with me because I usually have a 1 to 2 week processing time anyway, even for wholesale orders, sometimes up to 3 weeks if I'm a bit busy, but yeah, I usually get them out relatively fast. She has given me free reign to kind of choose what I think will be best. Like, I know it's silly, but in my opinion that's like one of the better ways to do it, unless you have a very specific niche brand that has very specific colors. I know I had a stockist a few years ago which ordered, like, the order that she always did was so beautiful. Like, she was always able to curate it so well, suited her brand. But if it's like for a holiday destination and it's like going into a shop like that, I think it's better like with me choosing them because I know what sells and what doesn't, and I'll be able to choose from all this collection rather than just choosing from what's on the website. Yeah, it gives like a lot more freedom, I think. For starters, I will probably choose some of my market stock. So my market stock I like to use for wholesale orders just to like kind of help me out with how long they're going to take. So I'll like usually choose a bunch from there. Probably like 1/4, 1/3, maybe even half from the market stock, and then I will make up the rest. It won't take me like multiple days. It'll only take me a day to get all this done so I can get it out really quick. Whenever I have a wholesale order, I usually set out a whole day for it. And that's what I'm doing today. But I thought I'd film it because, again, I've run out of videos and I need to film even when I have massive lump on face. So don't mind that. The only reason I'm on camera is because I have no more videos left. Let's go have a look at what I've got. I'm going to bring them in here. Alright, because it is a holiday destination, I have told the client or the customer that I do think that thin elastic will be best for the regular size. So usually wide elastic is kind of like what I'm known for, but the thin elastic is really good if you're wholesaling because the thin elastic suits all hair types, whereas the wide elastic doesn't. It's more for kind of adults, and if we're in a holiday destination, a lot of kids will probably be looking at these. So that's like kind of in my mind as well. So let's have a look through here because I was going to update these anyway. I need to do a big market restock anyway, so I'll just grab them out of here. So I'm thinking a lot of kids prints for these, but also a lot of satin. So I'll probably do 10 and 10. I need to just double check how many the minimum was for her because sometimes it's 20, sometimes 25 depending on the size, and I'm not too positive. So I'm kind of choosing some kids prints but as well as some adult T ones. And kind of see like in there. So I'm kind of avoiding colours that I know that won't sell as quickly. I'm trying to go for the ones that I know are very popular, like quick prints to sell. Let's have a look at these ones that I've just chosen. I obviously will do more than this. This is just a couple that I've chosen so far. My camera was on a different setting, so like that might have been all like really too bright. So we've got 4 kids prints so far. Kids prints are ones that are a bit fun. So this one's like a fluffy one, very popular with kids, also has strawberries on it and it's pink. Rainbows, very popular, and like again rainbows and glittery. This one's a glittery one. And then galaxy prints, more for like the 10-year-olds of the world. Some of these other ones are better for the younger kids, but also yeah, I see a lot of older kids purchasing them too. I like to do like a kind of a colourful range, so there's something for everyone. And I'll try and get a couple floral ones in there, as well as ones that have polka dots or gingham, that sort of thing. So I don't have any gingham in this lot, so I will be making some gingham ones up, sort of what I've chosen so far. A lot of satins, because I know satins will be the most popular by far. I feel like that's probably all I'm going to pull out of there. The rest I reckon I'm going to make up. I've got about 10 more to make. I'll have to make all of those up because I actually don't have any petites left. Like, I've completely sold out of petite scrunchies. Okay, I do not have many minis left, so it might be a little hard to get some of these. So I've got probably another 10 to 15 more to make of these ones. I'm thinking some more lighter colors, some more summery colors, some brighter colors, but also these are probably better for, these are definitely better for kids. So I'm thinking more neutrals, because I know a lot of the parents like very neutral colors to go with a lot of outfits. But then also a lot of very bright colors, because then they're the ones that kids actually are choosing. They're the favorites. That gives me like another half. Then let's have a look in the XLs. What I noticed with the XL, that there's not a lot that sell in the, what would you call it? It's like the lighter colors, like only the very, very light colors. So I don't want to put too many of like these sort of ones, like these that I've got in here, just because I know that they aren't like great sellers. They sell occasionally, but they're not as popular as some of the other colors. I would say XLs will probably be one of the ones I need to make heaps of. Brown's popular, bit of a summery one. I feel like red for Christmas, perhaps. Cheetah print. This one's quite popular. I'm thinking I make the rest. So we're missing pretty much all of the middle ones. So yellows. So I got one yellow, but yellow, pink, purple, blue, green. They're like all the middles. I might even cull some of these because I know I've got like a lot of like those sort of colors already. I'm just gonna get another box and put them all in and then work out how many I need to actually. I've got this little tub going at the moment. I have absolutely no petites left. I don't know. I've sold them all pretty much, and the ones I didn't sell, they're just, I don't want to put them in here because like I want ones that are actually good ones, like good colors and stuff. So I'll have to curate that from the scratch. Sorry, this is getting so much redder. Maybe it's not a pimple, maybe it's a bite. Anyway, so I will want to try and overshoot with some of these. I just want to have more rather than less so that I can choose like the best of the best. Let's have a look, because I'm going to look in this wall and then I'm going to have a look over there as well in the next room, because there's a few pretty ones in there, especially for the thin elastic. I will do is have a look in here though, because there are some in here. Like there you go, there's a petite that's actually made, so it's great. There's a start. And I've got lots of the new colors, like the new silks. So I might do some new silk ones. They're not very summery. They're more like winter vibes, but they're very neutral colors, which is popular. This is like my market box. This is what I use whenever I have a market. I like put all of the popular prints in here so it's ready to go, so I can start making them up. Here's another box I prepared earlier. So these ones are all petite scrunchies. Petites are good for all hair types as well. I'll definitely need black in a lot of these. I am wondering though if that's the last of my black. I hope not. There, I still have a whole bunch down here. That is okay. So I currently got a massive pile. These are the ones I will be making from scratch. So there's lots of satin in there, and then I've got a couple of the brand new ones I haven't even like touched yet that were from a lady that sold Willow fabric. So I'm going to use some of those up. I think I might just cut up all the sizing in these satins because I'm going to use the market stock anyway. If I'm cutting 1 or 2 out in each size, it will just make it easier for me come market stock time. Hopefully my blade is nice and sharp because some of these satins are really hard to cut at times, especially the silky ones, because I've got a couple silk satins in there. This one's not quite enough to make 2 scrunchies, unfortunately. I might have to do a mini as well out of this material. Might as well use the whole lot up. Probably should have cut it the other way first, hey? Oh well, we're a bit too late now. I suppose the other thing I could do is make half and half scrunchies. Because that's 18. I could definitely do that because this will probably be the same amount. I might put that aside because then imagine if it's those 2 colors. Oh my gosh, they will go crazy at the markets. Oh, that one was longer. Make them both out of. I don't know why the other one was shorter. There you go. I wonder if this one will be the same. Yeah, I can make 2 out of that. Okay, that's good. How pretty are these though? These are so gorgeous. I love them so much. I haven't even used these for my own scrunchies yet, like to bring them to markets. So this customer will be the first one to receive. Even though I haven't sold these before, I just know that these will be the most popular just because, yeah, they are divine and children love them because they're nice and bright and colourful. Put the rest in with my market stock. Now we're going on to some more, I guess, adulty colours. Just finished cutting out all those. I'm gonna jump on the sewing machine. I've noticed more comments. Well, there's been one so far, but I used to get this comment a lot on my channel and it has absolutely nothing to do with the business. It has to do with me. I bounce a lot and that's actually how I ended up getting diagnosed with ADHD. People were commenting saying that I was bouncing. Other people were saying that maybe because you're bouncing you may be neurodivergent. I had a lot of comments like that. Also just because of the person I am, probably people have noticed it and picked it up. But yeah, then I went and sought out a diagnosis and yeah. But I'm not sure if it would be the ADHD or I'm just very anxious. I'm anxious, very, very anxious at the moment. Again, nothing to do with the business. I can't even talk about it yet. I want to talk about it. It's been going on for like 10 weeks and I've been the most anxious I've ever been. Probably, maybe not the most anxious, but like still like very, very, very highly strung. Just because, yeah, lots going on in my personal life. And it's been very, very stressful. Patreon already knows, so if you are a Patreon, hello. Patreon knows, but yeah, it's just been unbearable and I still don't know. Like for the Patreons, they knew a couple weeks ago and I still don't know. Like they're hanging out, they're ready to hear and I do not have news. So I'm just being an anxious little wreck. Anyway, that's probably why I've been doing a lot more bouncing recently, because I feel like when I'm not as anxious, I don't bounce. I'd say that'd be why. I don't know. But yeah, I did get, I haven't had a comment like that in so long, asking like, has anyone else noticed she's bouncing a lot? And I'm like, yes. What is this? Oh my gosh. I swear it wasn't looking this bad when I started filming. If it was looking like this when I started filming, I was not gonna film. Maybe it's because I changed the settings and now like you can see more. Because yeah, before it was like kind of blinding. The camera wasn't focusing properly. I did also cut up a bunch of these for markets, so I'm going to put that in my little marker box. I just find it saves time because I've already got the fabric out, and you know, taking it in and out of the wall, that takes time, and like cutting takes time. But once it's already there, I can just cut it up. And you might go, well, why don't you cut up the whole fabric? I do that, but then because I can't see it in like my box, it's really hard for me to know it's there. Whereas if it's like here and I can see them all visually, that is why I need them all out on display, because otherwise I just don't know they exist. I'll like grab them from the wall. I do have like a bunch that are pre-cut. Oh, I really wanted to do that. Do I have any up here? Yes. Sorry, I just caught this out of the side of my eye because there's some more sitting over here that I ordered. I need to cut that one as well because that's really popular. Lovely light purple. Alright, I'm going to keep going with this and we'll get sewing. I might even start off with the satin silk ones. I haven't done the test. I haven't done the burn test to see if they are actually silk, but they are labelled as mulberry and Amani or Anani silk, but they are super frayable. Like I've noticed that they're much more frayable than my normal polyester blend satins, so I do need to do these ones in a much tighter stitch. I do usually do the satin ones in a tighter stitch anyway, but these ones I'd like to do even tighter because like, yeah, I don't want any busted seams or anything. I mean, I'm sure it won't because I usually leave a big gap anyway, but better be safe than sorry. That's what I mean by like tighter. I just sew it much closer together. Because I usually do it at maybe 2.5 or 3 for scrunchies. So I've just finished sewing up all these. I did end up doing all of the petites rather than just cutting them in half and not worrying about the second one. I did both, just so it makes it a bit easier for me on the weekend when I try and do some market stock, because I reckon I'll probably run out of time this week. But I've been looking at this fabric right here, and it's not over here, but I just keep staring at it. I really want to make some scrunchies out of that one. So I think I'll make some of those, and then I'll have plenty to choose from. So I'm still going to do my XLs with the normal white elastic. But yeah, all the others I'm going to do the thinner elastics. I also glue the elastic just to hold it there, because if I let it go, it will just go straight back into like where I've just threaded it. Even look, I've just put it down and you can't even see it. So imagine if it wasn't glued, it would just be completely gone. Especially with all like these silky satin ones, because they don't kind of hold, they're kind of like more puffy. They like puff out a bit. Then obviously I will then sew over the elastic as well. But it's just so I can do this away from the sewing machine and do it in bulk. And then once I'm back at the sewing machine with all of them, I can start sewing them up. For these ones, I can sometimes get away with not gluing it just because I can kind of like really push the fabric down and they don't pop back out. I've made way too many of these, but at least I'll have some stock for the market. I did get distracted for a little while, but I'm back. I've got not too many to go, and I did cut off some of the threads as well over here. But there's really only just navy and black to go. I need like 3 of these. So almost finished making this order. Well, this order plus like a bunch of market stock, to be honest, because there's going to be a lot here. I think the first thing I'm going to do is look at the ones I've just made and choose them from this first, just because like, these are obviously the nicer ones and are the best sellers of the bunch. Start off with the XLs. She did want 2 extra ones, so these are the ones I made up for her as well. So I'll put those aside. But these are the colours. So I need 15 XLs. I'm thinking doing 5 patterns and the rest plain. So that's what, 10. So I need to get rid of 2 colours, maybe like this one. Okay, that's what I'm thinking for the XLs. I'm practically finished. I just need to make a couple more mini scrunchies. I'm just going through them and deciding which ones to do. I was going to send her this lot. So it's at 5, 10, 15. And we got another 5 and then another 5. I've got too many here. What I usually do is just send a photo to the customer of what I've chosen, just so they can see and they can go, yep, looks good, or no, I want to change a few things. Usually, customers usually just say, looks good. So I'm just going to go through and take a photo of each. I did take photos last night and I was going to send them last night, but I was like, oh, they really don't do the justice in like nighttime. They look so much nicer in daylight. So I thought I would do it in the daylight instead. I should probably triple check the invoice though, make sure I've got the correct amount as well. Might do that now. 99% sure, but I better just check it. 25, 20, 25, 15. Beautiful. As you can see, I kind of try and get colors that, like the whole color range. And then I'll try and get, depending on how many choices I get to do, I'll then put like a couple plain colors in, plus a couple florals, couple ginghams, couple linens, like those sort of things. Petites usually only really have satins though and rayons, but for ones like these that have, you know, there's a couple linens in this bunch. I am really liking all the colors that I've chosen though. I think they are so fun and just like a really good bunch of colors. Because I only recently started adding kids prints, which you probably can't even see, but like the kids prints, like the rainbows and stuff, because I never even considered adding it. But then I was like, well, that makes more sense, especially for the mini scrunchies. Who's buying mini scrunchies? All the kids. If it's going to be a holiday destination, who's going to be buying them from the holiday destination? Kids. So I think it really depends on the like client that's messaging me, what they do, who they sell to, who's their ideal client, because that makes me consider like what the scrunchies will be that actually sell well for them, if that makes sense. I'm going to send these off to her. I've taken a photo of all of those. Also, I don't know, I feel like that was a bite because now it's like not even there anymore. So maybe I did get bitten by something and then it's just like it blew up yesterday. Because it definitely wasn't as bad before I jumped on the camera, and then it just like went really bad. I was like, ah. I'm just going to thread the elastic through all these ones. I use a different elastic for the mini ones. It looks like this. It's a bit thinner. I'm really liking all the colours I've chosen. I hope they like it too. I think it will be just a really good bunch of scrunchies. Take all this off. I use my old scissors. I have a pair that I use for everything because these are so much sharper, even just to cut paper, which I know is like, that's illegal. You're not meant to do that. But I messed them up years ago when I was cutting elastic. So they don't cut fabric very well anymore, like unless it's a small piece. They don't cut, if you try to cut like a big long strip, you know how normal fabric scissors just cut smoothly, this one like you'll miss sections. So this one's fine to like cut these in half, like small pieces, but yeah, they're not that great, but they're really good for everything else. So these are my go-to scissors, and I know it's gross, but I can kind of tell because like the, wait, what do you call it? Like the plastic, but it's not plastic, it's like this type of material is starting to like go yucky, and that's how I can tell that these are the old ones and then the new ones look brand new. I think it is a type of plastic. It's like that type of plastic that, yeah, after a few years it like almost melts down and like it goes tacky. Hasn't gone tacky yet, but it's still, but it's kind of almost there. I actually found that with some of the hair claws that I purchased recently, that they were a bit tacky, and that makes me worried because I'm like, oh, I probably need to like sell those really quick because they're probably just going to get worse. But I don't know, because I haven't had hair claws that were tacky before. Let me know if your personal hair claws have gone tacky, because that I didn't even consider that that was a thing that happens. Touched some of these other ones that I've purchased recently and I'm like, oh, hang on. Actually, sorry, I didn't even purchase them. Someone gave them to me. I was just going to take them to market so people could feel for themselves. If you're imagining a tacky piece of plastic thing, it would probably be like at, I don't know, just the beginning of its journey. But that's just kind of what it felt like. I don't know if it will completely go to that weird, I don't know what the name is for it, but yeah, that weird, like, tacky is probably the best word I've got for it right now, where it just does that. I don't know. I also use my bobkin to thread elastic. I don't think I mentioned that earlier. And most of these were the burrito method. So usually I do burrito method for my XLs, my thin elastic scrunchies, and my petites. That is the method that I like to do for my thinner elastic as well, just in general. I think it sits nicer, but when I do my wide elastic, which is like that opposed to this, I just prefer to have, so this is why I call it tube method, and I do that for the mini scrunchies and the wide elastic regular size. So I pretty much have about 5 different scrunchie types, and I brought out the thin elastics because not everyone suits the wide elastic type. You know, a lot of people love the wide elastic, which is great because that's kind of what I'm known for, but I wanted to sort of target all markets, and I didn't want people to just have to buy the wide elastic and then get home and be disappointed that it's not what they wanted. Whereas now I have at my markets, you know, this is what thin elastic's for, this is what wide elastic's for, and they're both separated, and people kind of go, oh, well, which one for my hair? And I'll be like, well, turn around. Let me have a look at your hair. And usually I can tell instantly what would suit their hair, because I mean the wide suits majority, like it's just like, from, if you're thinking like kid fine hair, like really fine hair, so starting from this side, to like maybe thinning hair, or you know, you just had fine hair growing up, probably about to here, and then you get into the normal range of hair thickness, and from there, that point there, to like quite thick hair, that's where I'd go the wide elastic. So wide elastic on this side, thin elastic on that side. I mean, they still do work in the finer hair, but that you just need to wrap them around 3 times, which is a little bit harder. I like to say you can do it twice with the wide elastic and it stays all day. And like the thin elastics, they will be fine with all hair types. They are great with the really thin hair, or the really thick hair, and the middle range too. You might be like, well, why don't you just swap over? And I'm like, well, I really like the wide elastic, especially when I had thick hair. I did lose a lot of my hair at the start of the year. I think it might have been from stress, I don't know, or maybe I'm just balding, I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm just getting older and I'm losing all my hair. I used to have really thick hair. That's why I made the wide elastic scrunchies, because I wanted a scrunchie that would hold and stay all day. I didn't want a scrunchie that had like this in it, like a real thin one for the amount of hair I had. I mean, I'm still wearing, like the one I've got in right now, you probably can't even see it because I've just done a really messy, yucky looking bun. It is a wide elastic one in there. I used to have even tighter wide elastic, but I swapped over because it was really hard to find. Like, I share so much with you guys and just YouTube and Instagram in general. I share, you know, where I get my labels, where I get my fabric, you know, where I get pretty much anything. And, you know, most people that are in the crafting industry don't agree with that. Like, they go, no, you shouldn't be doing that. I don't mind. The only things I don't share is where I get my elastic from, because it is so hard for me to find bulk elastic. So hard. And like, when I run out, I usually have to switch who I'm going with because they've run out of the elastic that I need. So it's like, it's such a hard thing for me to like go find this elastic. At the moment, I do have a supplier, which I think will be a long-term supplier, because I think they're gonna have enough elastic for me, unless they change, unless they like stop making it, which seems to be the running case. Like, people just stop making the elastic that I need, which is really annoying. Like, my first elastic person, they changed their elastic about halfway through me using them, which was super annoying, and they kept sending me like different types, because it's a very specific elastic. Yes, it is called ribbed non-roll, but they vastly different when you actually receive them and feel the stretch, depending on who makes it and where it's from. So different. Yeah, I've spent so much money on elastic that I can't even use because I've received it and it's not the right stretch. It needs to be a specific stretch, which only I know how much, because I call it the stretch test, and I'll stretch it out to, like, I'll cut a piece off and stretch it out as far as it can go, and if it doesn't meet the stretch requirements, I'm like, this elastic's no good, like, I can't use this. So yeah, it's a whole process. So yeah, that's why I don't share my elastic, for that reason. Just because yeah, it takes a lot to find new suppliers. They cost a lot of money. I know, and the white elastic's kind of like very much my thing that I'm known for as well. Like when I first started the scrunchies, when I googled it, there was no one else selling the white elastics. Like probably people selling white elastic at markets or whatever, but they weren't online because I wasn't able to find anyone selling white elastic scrunchies when I first started them. Obviously now there's a lot, but I would say the inspiration has come from me. I'm not saying I invented it, but yeah, definitely there wasn't any online I could find because I googled so many different keywords and everything to just see, because I was like, I wonder. But yeah, this is like my most dreaded task, where it's just like popping under and over. It's not too bad when I've only got a couple to do. I think I've only got maybe 12 here or 13 or something. As you can see, I did cull a lot of the pre-made ones that I had from the market stock, just because the ones I made or the ones I chose were just even better sellers. Like I have tiers of sellers, I guess. I'm like, yep, that will definitely sell. But then I'm like, yeah, that will definitely sell. That's going to sell straight away, sort of thing. Like those kid prints, the ones that are really sparkly and rainbowy, they're going to sell straight away. I have a market on the weekend. I don't know if I'm going to go. I want to, but the weather's meant to be horrendous. It's meant to be raining. So it's raining now, and it's meant to rain all weekend. I mean, it's only Tuesday, but it's meant to rain all week and then all weekend. But then it's also meant to be 60k winds. So I'm hoping that it does ease up a bit, because that means I haven't really done any markets in September. I've done one because I cancelled last weekend just because I was just feeling like so tired, and like I had a massive headache. I think it's a stress headache though, because I've been super stressed, like so stressed out about stuff, and I can't do anything about it. It's just such a pain. But yeah, I did have the day off and I went and spent it with family, which was actually really nice. Went and saw my dad for ages, and then I went and saw Josh's parents, so that was actually a really good day. After I finished all these scrunchies, and hopefully once the customer replies, sorry, I keep switching between client and customer. Client just feels too professional for me. It's like, client. No, just, I don't know, it doesn't feel right. I've got so much to do. I was like looking over there. I'm trying to get my launch ready in between orders, which has been okay so far. I just got so much to do though for it. Like there's like so much, because obviously I can't help myself and I choose way too many colors. I like to have something for everyone, and like all the colors are so pretty, and I mean it's just gonna sit on my shelf otherwise, like the fabrics. I'm like, I might as well have it up. So I'm gonna try and like get all these made. Yeah, I'm hoping to finish off my pockets this week. Pockets and my pouches. So like my coin purses and my zipper pouches. So maybe not even pockets. But yeah, I'm hoping to finish those off this week. I don't know if that makes me behind. I think it would probably make me behind if I don't start on something else though this week and try and get something else done. Because I've got so many other things that I want to do. I do have a lot of other things I need to do today specifically, like reply to like sponsor emails and stuff. I should have a video out tonight actually on the new X-Tool apparel printer, which has been super fun. I do need to post that. I think they just wanted like a title change and then it's ready to go. And then this week will probably be this video, I think, because I don't think I'm going to have a chance to film anything else. I think that's why I filmed this video, because I was like, oh, I'm not going to have anything else to post. I've caught up. Alright, beautiful. I've just finished putting these all under and over. I'm going to sew them. Finished all those extra scrunchies. I like to have them all laid out. I don't know why. Like in the correct color order. You'll notice like a lot of pinks and a lot of purples. I thought I had 26. Oh well. She's getting 26 now. Little bonus one for her. I'm gonna probably package it up, because I do think that she'll be fine with what I've chosen. I just need to find a big enough box because there's a lot of scrunchies here. It's possible I might be dreaming with this one. Because I know I do struggle to fit big wholesale orders in this size box. But I usually make it happen. So we're going to see if we can fit it all in here. Otherwise I'll have to go for the really big one. I don't usually go crisscross across like this way, but when there's so many, it's good to try and like compact them down. Always start off with the biggest one first, followed by the regulars. I think we should be okay. The only thing I wanted to put in there as well was a scrunchie stand, so we'll see. I think she wanted some business cards and stuff as well. height is fine. That fits them all nicely. I will need something to stick there though, and I've probably done that preemptively because I don't have anything to stick right there. And like have this sitting against something else. It's just gonna go everywhere. There we go. So these are the things I was going to try and put in as well. I think that should be okay. And then some business cards. Alright, so I got my business cards in there as well. So I just gave her a stack of those. Some things to put the scrunchies on. She did request those. And then I'm just going to add in one more thing, which is just a little thank you card. I'm going to write a handwritten note on there. I didn't bother printing out the invoice because, well, I don't need it because I know exactly what's going in there anyway. Usually I do that for my own sanity. Okay, pop that in there. It's a tight squeeze, but it will be fine. And the only thing left now is to tape up all the sides. So I don't have my pretty tape left, so I am going to use this tape rather than just normal sticky tape, just to seal the sides. And I'm going to go over with another sticker just to make it look a little bit nicer, because I do need to purchase some more of my pretty tape, which is like my water activated tape. It's branded and it's really good for boxes like these that are got a lot in there. Go in with one of these. And that should be fine like that. Usually I'd only just put it on the front anyway, like the one sticker on the front, but because it is like a lot in there, I have put the tape on the sides as well, just for extra, yeah, security, so nothing opens up. Now I just need to print off the label. That is my little vlog. Sorry, it'll probably be short. I need to try and pump some more content out for you guys. I am currently working on, yeah, my launch, as I said. So I've got heaps more launch related ones coming up, and I do need to do a market restock revamp one, because I've got so much wrong even with my stands at the moment. They're all falling apart. I need to fix them, get ready for the busy market season. This year I've done probably 50% less than the markets that I would usually have done by this point in the year. I've taken a big step back from a lot of like that sort of stuff. Yeah, I haven't really done much for the markets. I think I've done one restock all year, like one proper restock, if that. And it wasn't even really that proper. It was kind of like a half one. So there's a lot I need to do for that. Like I really want to try and get some of those better prints out, like the glittery ones, like the kids prints. And I also want to do a lot more of the satins, the silks and everything, because they seem to sell really well when I'm at the markets, but it's just whether I have time to do it. So yeah, I'm just trying to find some time in my busy life to get those done. But yeah, that will be another vlog coming up, is the market, I guess, restock revamp, because I've got so much to do for that even. Thank you so much to my lovely customer for purchasing this massive bunch of scrunchies. I hope you love them. And thank you guys for watching me make these and package them up. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you guys later. Bye!